Thing in your kit bag of hockey memories that applies to playing in a Game 7?
I mean, I guess just probably not. I guess maybe a national championship game, but I don't think it quite compares to a Game 7. I guess we'll see, but we're obviously very excited for it.
Morgan, I'm not sure if your answer is the same, but often you hear from players who've had the chance to play in a Game 7 what a privilege it is. So from that perspective, do you focus on that as opposed more to the potential finality of playing in a Game 7?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a great opportunity, I think. These Game 7s are kind of the moments you grow up watching on TV and dream about playing in them. So, we're all really excited about it, and I think it's a great opportunity for us.
Have you had something like it?
No, I mean, I guess the same thing as him. Like, obviously in college you play those single elimination games. That'd be the closest thing. But obviously big difference when you've played 6 games. I think we're up to 10 on the season now against St. Louis, so you're real familiar with your opponent.
Your teammates have, of course, been in a Game 7 with this franchise, and just wondering if you seek out advice on how to handle it, or lean on them at all, either of you?
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree. It all just comes down to one game, and just making sure we put our best foot forward and leaving it all out there on the ice. There's going to be a lot of energy out there, and it's going to be exciting, but just making sure we channel that the right way.
Yeah, no, I talked to some of the guys about it last night. I know that Nashville game a few years ago, and they said they lost Game 6 at home, and then were able to go into Nashville and take Game 7. So I think we've talked a little bit in this series about how there's no momentum between games. I think momentum kind of starts fresh every game. So they were able to go do that on the road a few years ago, and there's no excuse for us not to go out there and have a really good effort and see where it takes us.
Just for both of you guys, obviously a big part of this team has been the game-by-game approach, kind of putting everything in the rear of your mirror. But throughout this playoffs, how have you balanced that sort of approach with the fact that you live in Winnipeg, and everywhere you go outside of your house, it just, you can tell that there's kind of the experience happening here in the city. What's that been like, and to see while you're in the midst of that series?
Yeah, the support's been great. I mean, it's exciting. That's what like we said before, this is kind of what you grow up dreaming about, and I think we've been able to really build off that passion. Obviously, we've done well at home here, and we've played well in front of our crowd. So, kind of building off that energy, I think would be big for us tomorrow.
Yeah, kind of going off what Morgan said, but support's been great, and obviously the whiteouts, very cool experience, and it's cool to see everyone really enjoying it. And we've had success at home because of that, and hopefully we can do that one more time. The defenseman, obviously protecting the slot has been a big part of the series, certain ebbs and flows of it. What are the differences in terms of the playoffs in doing that? It's obviously all year long. It's been a strength of your guys'. There's been up and downs in the series. What changes this time of year? Well, a lot of it's just you're playing a little bit more, I guess, like tight, making sure you're not getting up as many opportunities, and that's been a main focus for us. They like to feed the slot, so making sure we just stay 5 on a dice, keep it tight in the house there around the net, and try and give up as little opportunities as possible.
Morgan, growing up, when you were playing those imaginary Game 7s, either outdoor rink or street hockey, who were you when you were scoring the game winner in Game 7?
Oh, it was myself.
What were you doing?
Yeah, I'd probably say myself as well. The classic 3 seconds on the clock, you miss the shot, and then magically another 3 seconds gets added again. But those are great moments.
Morgan, I know it gets washed off by the coach's challenge, but what was it like to be able to deliver the goal in that moment in the fashion that you were able to do so?
Yeah, obviously it felt like a big moment in the game at the time, and it comes off the board, but either way, that kind of felt like through the first half of that period, we were really building momentum and playing the way we wanted to. So that's part of the game, and obviously we would have liked to kind of keep that effort we had in the first half of the second period going through the rest of the period.
And Dylan, quickly, in the home games, what's allowed you to stick to your structure more often than in the 3 road games in St. Louis, and how can you lean on that in Game 7?
I just feel like we've been really solid all year at home, and we know that, and we're comfortable playing here, and the crowd really helps as well, and I think we just got to use that home ice advantage and to our advantage, and just make sure we stick to the simple details and try not to waver.
Revisiting that goal, non-goal briefly, that's got to be real hard on Mason. How does the interaction happen there?
No, I mean, he apologized, but to me, there's no apology necessary. The play happens quickly, and it's just the way the puck popped out and was back in the zone in half a second. I think even, obviously it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was necessarily a close call, and even the linesman missed it. So, no, there's no apology needed or anything like that. The game happens fast, and then it is what it is.
Last one.
A question for both of you. If there is one thing, not a laundry list, but one thing that you've picked up in the first 6 games of this series that you could apply to tomorrow night, what would that be? Dylan, and then Morgan, if you would, please.
I'd say just making sure that we give a good full 60-minute effort, and we've had glimpses in this series where like for 5-10 minutes stuff just goes awry, and just got to make sure that we stay solid, stay consistent, and just stick to the little things.
Yeah, kind of in the same vein, but I think it's how successful we are when we play to our structure. I don't think there's any monumental changes we need to make in terms of when we're playing well. Obviously, there's been, like you said, stretches where I think we've really taken over games. So, to me, the structure we've played with all year, the principles we've played with all year have kind of led to our success throughout the regular season, and I believe that when we do those things, we're successful in the playoffs as well. So just kind of a matter of putting it all together, and I think we're confident we're going to do that tomorrow night.